So, you guys all have a Nike Junior Golf Camp workbook, right? And in there we have full swing and chipping and putting and pitching and sand. As you get to the back, we also have a dream building area. And there's a little bit of room or space where you can actually write down what your goals are, what your dreams are. So what we're going to have you guys do tonight, or maybe tomorrow when you have a little free time, is we're going to have you answer what we call the Genie Question. And the Genie Question is asking yourself, if I had my own personal genie with an infinite number of wishes and infinite levels of possibility, what would I wish for? What would I decide that I wanted in my life? And you can create categories. You can say golf. You can say business. You can say family. You can have other. But how many people have actually sat down and said, if I could have whatever I wanted with no limitations, what would I wish for? Okay? All right? You want to share with us?
Like all of it?
Let's give us one. Okay. You already lived next to Michelle Pfeiffer, so one wish came true.
All right. I'd like to climb all 7 summits in the world.
Okay.
And all the 8,000-meter peaks.
Okay. That's awesome.
I'd like to shoot in the 50s for golf.
All right. Good. Laughs already. See? He shared his dream, and people said, ha, ha, ha. Right? That's what happens.
Climb Everest before I'm 18.
Okay. Fantastic. Anybody else? Harrison? Your pilot's license. Yeah. Is this a new dream? It's a new wish? Okay. Very cool. Just like me? We'll talk about that later too. All right. So basically, can everyone do that at some point tonight or tomorrow? Like sit down in a quiet place, grab your notebook, and just think, imagine, with no limitations, if I could have anything, what would it be? Okay. All right, let's keep going. Okay. So who already knows what they want, but they haven't done it yet because something is getting in the way? Who knows what they want, but confidence has gotten in the way? Like, you know what? I'm not ready for this. Yeah? Okay, you're not confident enough? Okay. Who knows what they want and they say, you know what, I just don't have enough time. I got schoolwork, got a bunch of tournaments this summer. Okay? Time? Who knows what they want, but they say, I just can't afford to do it right now. All right? Who knows what they want, but doesn't think they have enough experience. Like, once I get more experience, I'll be able to do X, Y, or Z. Okay? And who thinks that they know what they want, but they don't have enough education yet? All right? There you go. So these are common things that get in people's way. These are barriers to success. So I want to tell you a little story. I've got a really good friend of mine who's a performance coach, a mental toughness coach. His name's Chris Doris. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona. I met him years ago. He was the performance coach for the Arizona State University men's and women's golf teams, and now he works with a bunch of tour players, Michael Allen on the PGA Tour, a lot of business executives in big companies. And he told me this story as it relates to limitations and how we really create our own limitations with in our minds. So basically, he's back home in New Jersey, and he's sitting there, you know, in the lazy boy, and he's watching a football game on TV, and he's got this little nephew. His nephew's name is Benny, and Benny's sitting there, and he's just crawling around. Can't stand up yet, just crawling around like a baby, right? That's what babies do, they crawl. And all of a sudden, Benny starts making some noise. He starts making a fuss. He starts crying, right? And Uncle Chris looks down at him. He's like, you know, what do you want? And the kid's crying. He's crying. All of a sudden, the kid starts reaching. He's like, what do you want? Because, of course, the baby can't tell him what he wants. He's just acting. He's moving. So all of a sudden, amidst the baby's motion, their movement, his movement, he looks up, and he sees that there's a set of keys sitting on the mantle over the fireplace. And they got these Christmas lights up, and the Christmas lights are like shining off the keys, and the keys look like really shiny and glittery. And of course, you know, we like glittery things. Babies like glittery things. So all of a sudden this baby is reaching for these keys. Now, in this moment, what does Uncle Chris do for his nephew? He gets up out of his chair, walks across the room, grabs way up high, grabs the keys, and goes, there you go, sport. Have at it. Enjoy the keys, right? So here's the thing. So this is really important. The baby isn't tall enough to get the keys. The baby can't verbally say, I want the keys. All the baby can do is move towards what it wants, which is the keys. And what happened? It got the keys. It got the keys, even though you could list a million things as to why a baby couldn't get keys. So what we always say is that the how is inherent within the what. Once you know what you want, the how is like the least important thing. You don't need more confidence, more time, more money, more experience, more education. You just have to start moving towards what you want right now and not worrying about how it's going to happen. Because once you start moving towards this thing that you want, your shiny thing out there, guess what happens? The universe conspires in your favor and works in ways that help deliver the experience or thing that you're looking for. It's a really cool thing. Yeah, the keys in this case. So number one, we've got clarity. We're thinking huge. We're answering our question, what's our Genie question? And once we have that question answered, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and eliminate these barriers to success. So, take action. Only when you move will the path present itself. Forget the barriers. Forget the how. Just move. Dream big, be bold, stop waiting. So right now, if you have a limitation that's based on time, money, confidence, education, or other, doesn't matter. Experience. You got to move towards it. And I'll tell you a story a little bit later about some things that have happened in my life and the whole reason why we give this talk.